Yep. Okay. Here we go. Um, Good afternoon, I guess it is. It is November, what are we today? What? The 19th. All right. And so we're going to have our Thursday 30 here today. We're going to talk about, uh, we're going to call it S.I.N.G, S-I-N-G. And S.I.N.G stands for share, invite, network, and get excited. All right, this is going to be so much fun, and we're glad that for those of you that can't make it, that you can join us in the recording. So the first thing that we're going to start talking about is how to share. How many of you are just brand new and you're worried about what people are thinking? Like, well, let's see here. What's some common things that, biggest concerns? Would you say you're worried that your friends are going to think that you're a salesperson? Or maybe that you're going to bug people? Or maybe you think that you're going to offend people if you tell them about Take Shape for Life? Marianne, has that been your experience when you first got started?
Oh, I was definitely afraid to open my mouth in the beginning, and really scared of calling people.
Mm-hmm.
And it really helped for me to hear lots of stories of coaches that have been doing this for years and years, and they all felt the same way. Most people had a hard time getting started, but it does get easier.
Yeah, exactly. And so thank you for sharing that about hearing other people's stories, so that inspired you. So what I'd like you to do right now, for those of you that are listening to this in playback, I want you to get out a piece of paper and a pencil. As my husband would say, get a piece of pencil and a paper out. And I want you to write down a few ideas here. So I want you to think about, who are the easiest people for you to call right now? Maybe someone who's even expressed interest. What do you say to them? What are you going to tell them? What are you excited about? How are you going to let them know about Take Shape for Life and how that's affected you? I want you to make a list of 20 names right now that you can just like add to your list. So write down 20 people's names. I don't want you to prejudge them. I just for fun, I want you to write down everyone you know. That could be your aunts, your uncles, your friends from school, maybe some people from church, brothers and sisters, your grandma and grandpa, people in the neighborhood, everything. And while you're writing down those names, I want you to watch for red light thinking. That means that I want you to not listen to anything your brain's saying, like, oh, I don't know if they can afford it. I think I'm worried about that. Or I don't want them to think I'm, a salesperson. Okay, so watch for red light thinking when you're writing down your list, okay? Don't worry about if they need to lose weight, or if they have any money, or if they'd be interested. Because you're not looking for clients. Seriously, you're not looking for clients. I know that I used to think when I first got started that I was looking for clients. And so I was acting more like a hunter, it's like I'm getting out my gun, I'm looking for prey. I'm going to get him. It's kind of like, nope, that's not what we're doing. We're just going to be looking for people and getting the word out. Okay, so Marianne, when you made your list, do you remember being worried about who you're putting on it?
I was at first, and it was really hard for me to even come up with 10 names because I didn't know who to talk to. But now my list is several hundred people, and it just keeps growing.
Great. So how have you been adding to your list, Marianne?
Well, one of the things that I've learned that I really like to do, I think that there's a couple of great ways. I mean, there may be more, but a couple of things that I found that are really successful about getting the word out. And two of the things, and I really just alternate these things. Two of the things are either sending a quick text message to a friend or family member, or I really like using the Facebook private messages. And I have a couple of different things that I got. One was from Jamil Frazier, who's a really great coach and has good training ideas. And then sometimes, depending on the person, I just kind of change what I'm going to say a little bit. But like if I'm writing a little private message, I'll say, "Hi, Susie. I'm a new health coach, and I'm just spreading the word to start my business. If it's okay with you, can I email you some info about what I do? And if you like what you see, maybe you can think of friends or family to share it with." There's variations on that, but basically when I just say I'm just getting the word out, or I'm just starting, spreading the word about starting my business, I haven't had anybody ever say no. Everybody always says, "Yes, sure, send me an email." And so once they say yes, and I send out another little note, "Okay, tell me your best email address," or I think you shared this with me the other day, Cherry, or I heard it on the Go Getter call. Just say, "Can you text me your email address?" And that's really easy because then I can store it in my phone, and I've got their phone number too. So I don't know. These are just a couple ideas.
Those are great. Thank you for sharing that. Also, another thing, if you might even have some family members that are excited about what's happened to you so far. And, maybe they're not necessarily interested in losing any weight, but they're excited that you are. And they want to help you, find more people. What I did with my brother-in-law was he's already lost 40 pounds fairly quickly. It's been, how long has it been? 6 weeks? Yeah, 6 weeks. He's lost 40 pounds in 6 weeks. He's a tall fella, but people are noticing his weight loss. He drives for UPS, so he's out and about a lot, and so people are seeing him. And he was telling them he was doing the MetaFast program. And so they got all excited, and I said, "Alan, can you do me a big favor?" And he's like, "Sure." I said, "Let me text you a little thing that you can tell people. Say, I've got a great coach, and she's told me that I can let people know where she's at and get the word out for her business. Would you mind if I just gave you her phone number? So can you open up your phone and put in her contact information and put Coach Cherry, and here's her phone number, and then text her a quick message that says, information on Alan's program, please. Thank you, Susie." And that way I know that it's a referral from Alan, and I have the person's name and their phone number. And with that, I can text them back a message like, "Hey, thank you for your interest." And then I can give them a link to a website that gives them more information. And it was just like so easy. I asked my brother-in-law if he could do that for me instead of trying to, have him write down their name and their phone number and all of that. That way the person is going to be getting a direct response back from me, and he doesn't have to be all the middlemen on it just to get them to get the information on their phone. And so I'm really excited about kind of taking on that idea that you were talking about, Marianne, that, grabbing their phone number. But this way, you're having someone else kind of help you get the word out on that. Does that make sense?
That's a great idea.
So I really like that. And for those of you that are listening, if we can post any of those things as far as like a script of what to say when you send someone who's interested, if they want more information when you're getting the word out about your business. So we want you to be able to share with confidence that when you have some people that said, yeah, that would be cool, that you actually have something to send to them. All right, so then the next item on our S.I.N.G, so S-I-N-G, is I for invite. So we're in the holidays now, and there's plenty of opportunities for us to get the word out. How many of you spend a lot of time in lines, whether it's shopping for food, like for groceries, or for, we're starting to get in the Christmas season. So you're going to be in long lines. So instead of just, looking at your phone and playing games or something like that, this would be a great opportunity for you to talk to people in line and just find out a little bit more about them. I mean, you're going to be with them probably, I don't know, sometimes 15 to 30 minutes while you're waiting to get processed in your line. You can meet a lot of people just being out and about. Marianne, have you had any experience with that when you've been in a line and you've been talking to people?
I have, and even also just like shopping at the grocery store, asking where some healthy thing was, on an aisle, and it's funny because even total strangers will start to confess, oh, I have such a hard time losing weight. So there's all kinds of opportunities and to share information.
Yeah. So what's your favorite store to talk to people at?
Oh, well, the one that just popped in my mind was Rite Aid. I mean, not Rite Aid, Save Mart down in Oakdale. But I don't usually go there. I usually shop in Sonora, and so Safeway is a good spot. But we've had my husband Ben is really good at bringing things up, even if we're out to dinner at a restaurant or wherever we are. He will be a good referral and strike up a conversation with people and say, do you know what my wife just did? She lost 78 pounds. And he's really good at that. I was going to follow up with what I was saying a minute ago about doing the texts or the PMs on Facebook. And Ben being a good referral, he's given me, he's talked to people a couple of times. Once was at the doctor's office and once was at Walmart, and he got their email address, and that was all I had. So I sent out emails, and I never know if the person got it. So the phone is really a better way, and at least being able to do like you said, and have your friends do a referral where they text, the person texts you right then their number or email so that they ask for the contact, because I think too many times things might go to spam and then you have no way of following up.
Yeah, that's great. Another thing, when you were talking about that, I was thinking, so what's another thing that we have going on right now that we can invite people to?
Well, I'm excited. I think that one of the best things that we can get the word out to a lot of people at once is to do things like our health shares that we've got on Saturday and at your house at 10 o'clock. And
thank you for the shameless plug.
What?
Thank you for the shameless plug.
Yes, that's my advertisement segment.
That's right.
But really, I look at the things that have been most successful. You can get the word out to more people at a time, and so that is one of the best successes. It's really good. Plus, it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we also have our holiday, healthy games here. And I was getting my hair done here a couple days ago. And so I was talking to my hairdresser and I said, hey, Mindy, I said, I don't know if you know this, but we have like a really fun, healthy holiday online games challenge going on. Because you know how people during the holidays, they gain weight, like 10 to 15 pounds. And so I said, who do you know that would, be interested in joining our games? And, they can do whatever program they want. And it'll help support them so they're not going to put on weight during the holidays. She's like, I want more information. And I said, well, what's your email? And so I grabbed it really fast and I said, I'll send you the link as soon as I get back to my office. So I sent her the link and I followed up to make sure she got it. I says, did you get that? She said, yes. And so I said, well, if you know anybody else, she goes, yeah, I think my mom wants to join too. And maybe my sister. So that's an easy way to invite and share our Healthy Holiday Challenge. We have, I think, up till the 29th to invite people. Is that right, Marianne?
I think so.
I think so.
The first 2 weeks usually.
Yeah,
and I love it. I love the health games. So much fun.
I do too. It really helps keep me on track. It seems like during different times of year for me that I start going back to, a few of my little foods that put on a few more pounds on me. So like for me, it's nuts. Everybody, I think, has their own little things. So I've been laying off the nuts and really focusing on, getting my water and my sleep in and not having extra treats because sometimes, we want to treat ourselves.
I lost you, Cherry. Are you still there?
I'm still here. Can you hear me, Marianne?
I lost your audio. Yeah.
Okay, it's still recording. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
Okay, I'm sorry. So, we have plenty of opportunity to invite people to these health games and make it really super fun and help them stay healthier through the holidays. Okay, Marianne, can you kind of go over some ideas about where to network at?
Where to network? You mean like joining organizations or groups and meeting other business people?
Yes.
Yes, there's a number of different groups in our area where they're either just women business owners or I've been invited to go to the Chamber of Commerce and some other local business area activities where people meet on a monthly basis, and generally with things like that, they let you stand up and have about 30 seconds to say who you are and what your business is, and you can just meet lots of nice people.
Great. Thank you so much. So what network groups do you belong to?
There's two in our area. WOW, spelled WHOW, WOW, Women Helping Other Women, and the Tuolumne County Women's Network. There's a Calaveras County Women's Network, and usually once when you get started with one, then other people start inviting you to other ones. So it's just the more people that you meet and you talk to, everybody wants to be healthy. So it seems like no matter who we talk to, they're interested in one area of our trilogy, if not all of them.
So when you first got started, um, did you find that the networking groups, that everybody just wanted to share about their business, that they didn't care about each other, or what did you find when you started joining these groups?
Um, well, I think the main one of them, and wow, they really are interested in developing connections and relationships and having it be more than just, an obligation to, I'll buy your goods and you buy mine or whatever. So I think it just really gives you, you have to decide if the group is a right fit for you. But um, really meeting people at church or at other kinds of activities. I've met people from the art classes that I've taught. Wherever you can be out and meet people, it's just another opportunity. We just had this Curves in Waterford anniversary party last week, and it was really fun to meet some of the different business owners and then some of the people that just came, and they're excited. One lady in particular, excited, went home and told her friends about us, and she's going to bring a couple of people to our healthy holiday share on Saturday. So,
Wow, thank you. Yeah, it makes a difference if you show up with an attitude of serving instead of receiving, looking for business versus looking to serve others. And that makes a totally different feel for how people receive you. Um, I've been taking a leadership course from Dave Blanchard, and he was sharing with us how we want to show up with, he calls it mission breath instead of commission breath. He says if we show up with mission breath, our mission of helping people get healthier and not being attached to, when they're ready to sign up for our program, but we're just getting the word out. And we really want to help people in any way that we can versus we're thinking about how much money we can earn. If we show up with thinking how much money that we can earn by having them become a client, then they're going to sense that in us, in our face. It's like we can't hide our thoughts. So if you want people to receive you and trust you, then your thoughts need to be focused on serving others and not being attached to whether they're going to become a client. This took me, I think, a long time to kind of understand and change my attitude about when I meet people now. I'm just like so happy to be with them. I want to know how they're doing, how I can help them in any way, and leave them better than I found them. So when that starts showing up for you, your business will just explode. Because how many people do you know, or that you can actually feel? Like, I don't know about you, Marianne, but tell me if you have any women in your networking groups that when you see them, that you feel like they're just waiting to pounce on you and have you order some stuff from them. Have you come across anybody like that?
yeah, a lot of them in one of the groups, and it does. The vibe comes through loud and clear that they are only interested in you to get you to buy their product, and this took me a while to grow into this, and I'm still learning. But in the beginning, I started because I needed the extra income, and so I struggled with that mindset. But it really is, like you said, if we just remove that feeling of being attached to the outcome and just think about connecting and serving and loving other people, it's so much easier, because then we don't have that worry. I mean, that sort of eliminates that whole worry of, are they going to think I'm trying to sell them something, if you just are genuine and care.
Exactly. So, I mean, that was a perfect segue to our last point of our SING, S-I-N-G, and our G is to get excited. Sometimes I'll do kind of a funny exercise, and I'll just tell on myself. But if I'm just not feeling the love, I'll just go into my room and lay down on my bed and put my feet up in the air and shake them and just giggle. And that'll put me in a great mood. Marianne, have I had to do that with me?
You did. I was afraid there might be a hidden camera somewhere. I felt so silly. But makes you smile.
It does.
Makes you giggle, brings the giggles.
It brings out the giggles. And, you know, if you've got the giggles going, that people can hear that in your voice. They can see it in your face. And, I mean, love is our greatest weapon as well as our greatest shield. So, you know, if we have anything that we're concerned about, someone thinking about us, it's just like, just love them and let them feel your love and concern for them, and get excited about what this can do for them. If we help get them to feeling better, then we're automatically taken care of. And when I say that, I am serious about that. I just get so excited when I hear people that are getting off their medication. And I remember when I used to hear this at first, I don't know, I just didn't have the right heart when I first got started. And it took me a while to really understand and get that it really is all about love. And if no other skill set that you gain is if you have love for your fellow friends, family, neighbors, strangers, that really you can be super successful just on love alone. So, any other parting comments you'd like to say about that, Marianne, about getting excited?
No, I'm excited.
Me too. Well, thank you for coming to our Thursday 30, and we'll be here again next week. We are recording this, so we'll post the playback for you. So,
not hearing you, Terry. Need to hear you're signing off.
I'm sorry. I'm signing off. Can you hear me now, Marianne?
What you just said, you went off for a minute.
Okay. We're getting ready to sign off, and so we are recording this so that you'll be able to hear the playback, and we'll be here again next Thursday, same time, same channel. So, love you. Have a great weekend. Get ready for Thanksgiving. See you soon.
You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.